everybody. It's Kristen Norris here from Shape Your World Coaching. I hope you're having an amazing, beautiful Sunday. You can see where I am. It's so sunny, so nice. I wanted to do today's Sunday sermon outside, and I think you can see why. I am 30 minutes outside of Brussels. That's where I currently am for this house and pet sitting. I am so grateful to be here, as I am with everywhere I've been blessed to go. I'll just show you a little bit here. This is obviously the back garden, and so you can see some of it. It's getting set up and ready for the beautiful summer. The family here, they have beautiful plants everywhere and really nice clay oven, right? That's what that is. Gorgeous. You can get some incredible flavors, by the way, when you cook that way. So I'm outside with all of you today, and for today's Sunday sermon, part of what I want to share with you is how and why it's so important that each of us pays attention to the beautiful messages, insights, wisdom that is all around us every day, and to the opportunities that this beautiful earth, this gorgeous life, universe gives to each of us, and in so many ways. I have had quite a few experiences with divine synchronicity, as I call it, as opposed to things that, some people may feel it's just a coincidence. When I say divine synchronicity, I mean there is a divine plan going on. These are the things you really can't make it up. And it's so beautiful and perfect in how it's all worked out. And for me, learning to trust that these things are possible, that it's possible for me, that miracles are possible every day, and that they do happen every day as well. That's a part of what has really helped me in my own path, and also it's helped to build my confidence, helped me to feel and to be able to recognize more signs that I'm on the right track. You can probably hear there's a plane overhead. Talk about right track. Someone's on their way. But there are so many ways that the universe and this life speak to each of us. And what for you may be a positive sign that you're in the right direction may not be for me, but there may be similarities that overlap. And one of the things that has really shown me that I'm on the right path and it's like these beautiful extra nuggets, these beautiful extra presents and gifts that the universe and source and this life can give. And for me, that comes with this beautiful house. You can see I'm walking around a bit. I like to walk sometimes as I talk, unless I'm sitting down, obviously. And with this home, it's so funny because just maybe 3 days before I arrived here, I'd been speaking with the couple, the homeowners for where I was previously. And that family, I've been asked back several times, so we're getting to know each other pretty well. I'm going to sit down here. I'll be in the shade, but I'm still facing the sun. And it was so beautiful. Actually, here I go. Because this conversation the husband and I had, where we were just talking about loads of stuff, like TV shows, and you've got to watch this, got to watch that. Because I don't have a TV, obviously, but I do still get to watch things on occasion, if I'm a computer or whatever. And anyhow, we got on the subject of Game of Thrones. And I'm probably one of the few people in this earth who had never seen it. And actually, I'd seen, I think, part of one episode, or maybe two, but that was it. And anyhow, so we got talking about it. And I said, oh, yeah, maybe, maybe that's a show I should watch. I'll give it a try. So lo and behold, I arrive here. There are loads of other reasons why this home is perfect and so beautiful. And so I already had all that. I mean, it's surrounded, there are angels everywhere, angel statues and pictures and little figurines. Loads of beautiful crystals. There's a massive amethyst, gorgeous stone, like rock, and then the amethyst inside has been, shown. It's been cut in half. But anyway, that it's on the fireplace, mantelpiece, where I tend to do my work during the day and things, so it's right there all the time. Amethyst is my birthstone. So, my birthday month, so there was already that. All those beautiful things. And loads of other little beautiful just synchronicities. But anyhow, so then they had said it was okay for me to watch some of the DVDs while I was here, and I thought, great, because I love films. Those who know me will be like, yeah, that's no surprise. I always have. Anyhow, and I saw that they had all of these Game of Thrones, and I thought, oh, that's so amazing. So I kept looking through. Turns out they have every single season so far, box sets. Universe, thank you. Spirit source, thank you. What a gift, right? And it was just after I've been saying, oh, maybe I should see this, and I've been thinking it'd be great to be caught up on it. Because I think series or season, whatever you call it, 7 is coming out or is showing now. Anyway, amazing synchronicity, right? So beautiful. And, that's just one example of the way this life and universe can give us what it is we need. Another beautiful example that happened to me recently was, and it was such a beautiful message also, was I was in a grocery store. This is like a week and a half ago. And I have had, basically I've been watching my budget. Anyhow, so I was in the grocery store and just had this conversation with a couple next to me. And the words out of my mouth at that point were, oh, I don't have any more money. So I'm just watching my budget. Because there was a question with the cashier and, I had to explain something to her. Anyway, no sooner had those words gone out of my mouth than I looked down and there was a 50 euro note. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. And, it's such a beautiful example of how the universe can give us that which we need. And or what we've just been talking about. But it's up to us to recognize these signs and to recognize the beautiful gifts that are being placed out literally right in front of us. If you were, let's say you're a bit more of a glass half empty type of person, it could be easy. And actually, whether you're a glass half full person or not, it can be easy sometimes to miss these things or to play them off as, or say, oh, no, it wasn't that. It was blah, 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 blah. Just a coincidence. But the thing is, each of these beautiful moments and opportunities are there for a reason. It's there for a reason. It's there for a purpose. It's there to help us in our lives and in this wondrous, beautiful planet on which we are so blessed and lucky to have been born and to be living here. Even with the things that are going on in the world and can be going on. And actually, especially with those things, it is so important and it's so beautiful and such a gift to remind ourselves of how much beauty there still is And there is all around us all the time. I mean, I'm sat in this gorgeous garden. You might hear it. There are birds singing. The sun is shining. And I am just so honored and so grateful to be sharing this with you. Even with planes going overhead occasionally. It's just a gorgeous day. It's a gorgeous day. And yeah, I had a few potential worries happen I became aware of them a couple days ago. But another thing with those potential worries is I was nudged by my spirit team, but also, my higher self of, wait a second, that person who contacted you, that could be the answer. Get back to them. So there are things like that as well. Sometimes when we're really stressed out, for instance, or we're worrying or anxious, we can literally not see what is right in front of us. Our mind, our fears, our worries can literally play tricks on us because they're so in worry mode and go mode that it's like a horse with blinders that they just don't see, literally do not see what's on the other side, all these solutions presenting themselves to you. But you don't see because all you're focused on and all your worries are focused on is this, oh my God, this could be a worry. And the heart starts racing and all of that. I'm so honored and I'm so grateful to be at this point in my path and journey. There's a reason why I do what I do and helping others as an intuitive transformational healer and a coach. It's because I was drawn to this, but also because I've had my own path. I've had my own healing. I've had my own journey and my own learning. And, as I'm sure any and all grandparents or, anyone really will tell you, the learning doesn't always end. We just further and we just keep diving in to our beautiful layers a bit more deeply, at the same time with having the benefit of the knowledge and experience of that which we've already gone through and we can draw upon. And the same is for me. The same, I'm sure, any psychologist, any doctor, any scientist, anyone, any teacher will tell you we're always learning, and they're always learning too. There's always something new being discovered, and some new insight and connections being made between, deeper knowledge or what could have been considered folklore and the tests and research we now have available to us in the world to prove how and why these things actually work, like lemon. Lemons are wondrous of wonders. And there's so much lemons can do for us in terms of antioxidizing, detoxifying, cleaning, household items, our inner bodies. If you have, the old thing about having a slice of lemon with hot water in the morning. Genius. I've been doing that for, a couple years now at least. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And I do feel, and I can tell a difference if I haven't had it for a few days. I start to feel really off. Anyway, lemons. There's one example of how incredible this universe is and how, at the same time as that beautiful knowledge always being there for and available to us, sometimes we can have blinders on and we don't even see what's in front of us. What are the solutions we need? What's available? And sometimes it takes external things such as a scientific test to signal to all of our deeper parts of, that's why my grandma always said to do that. Yeah, they knew what they were talking about. They didn't need a test. But, it's beautiful that science can prove it now. And science does definitely have its place, for sure. There's loads that we have found out about the world and our natural environment that just wasn't available before. So, I do not knock science. For me, science and spirituality and, what's considered alternative ways of seeing the world, all of those fit and slot very nicely together. I see no separation, and I don't see or feel that there needs to be any. And as the years go on, and we're, science is proving more and more about how and why these alternative ways of seeing the world, etc., how and why they actually work in a lot of cases, it just proves what I and many generations have known. what I'm sure a lot of you watching this know. So hey. But anyway, back to the blinders thing, because that feels like a really beautiful point that I don't want to let slip. And we got another plane going on. It's that sometimes our emotions, so our fears, our worries, etc., can be so much in panic button mode, in thinking, oh my gosh, there's something here, there's a potential danger or worry, we need to protect the person we have been assigned, e.g. your fears and worries need to protect you. Even the first initial little glimmer of an inclination that there could potentially be an issue or a problem, whether or not there actually is. So they go like that. They go like wildfire, 0 to 60 miles per hour in nothing. And what can happen if you don't have or don't happen to have enough knowledge, experience, or self-awareness, and or if you're just in a space where you're not listening or you're not remembering your past experience, that could tell you, hold on, breathe, calm down. Let's look at this again. Calm down. If you don't have all of that, it can be really, really easy just to go that way and to feel and think, oh my God, the world's going to shiite and, we're all going with it. It can be really easy to go with that because there's plenty of things going on that can paint that picture. There are plenty of things going on that can distract each of us from the fact that we still have the sun shining. There is still gorgeous weather to be had. We're coming into spring in the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere, what is it? I think autumn for all of you, but still getting that end of summer. And, we still have our families that we care about. There's still children's laughter available. There are many of us who are lucky and blessed enough to have running water, flushable toilets. You may think, that's a bit pithy, but the thing is, there are lots of areas of the world that don't have those things, so we are very lucky. And even if you don't have those things, there are plenty of things to be grateful for. And those of us who are not experiencing extreme hardships, we can reach out and help those who are experiencing those things. There's always something to be grateful for. Always. And even if you are experiencing hardships, maybe you're learning and realizing who your friends are and that they really will go out on the limb for you. I have a friend who I got a Facebook message, or I saw a post from her. There was only a few of us on it that could see it. And her friend is experiencing a lot of hardship right now, has just left an abusive relationship, and with her children, left the home. And they're in a refuge right now for people who are victims of domestic abuse. And my friend was helping out with her friend to try and find a foster home for the cat that's been left there, because they had to leave so quickly. And they didn't have time to find out what to do with the cat. And unfortunately, the cat's not allowed in this home. So my friend reached out and said, hey, look, this is the situation. Send me a message. Can you help? And I've been, replying to my friend who posted this and just saying, oh, I know this person who lives there, or that person who lives there. What about this? What about that? And I put her in contact with someone I know. So hopefully, even if that person I know can't help, that person mentioned that they may know other people in the area who could help. So that's what I mean. Even when there are hardships or difficult things going on, we can still have opportunities to remember and to realize that we really are connected, and that those beautiful friends, family, caring people are there for each of us and will step up, and sometimes it's about having faith and trust that those people will be there. Another thing that can happen, and I'll because I want to wind down this Sunday sermon for today, but it also feels beautiful and important to point out a little bit, is that sometimes we can literally block ourselves, our own mind, our own brain, from what is right in front of us. Classic example. This was such a great example, and I will always remember it because it can happen to all of us, whatever your background, whatever space you're in, it could easily happen. An ex of mine, he would get really, really stressed out sometimes about things and had difficulty dealing with conflict, his own frustrations, etc. Anyhow, so it was a work situation, and I forget, I think, was he on the phone with me? Either we were on the phone or texting or something like that. Anyway, whatever it was, he was sharing with me and letting me know, oh my god, I just got this email, and like ranting, basically, like getting it out. And me hearing it, I thought, okay, I appreciate he's really stressed out and there have been ongoing issues there, but that doesn't sound that bad to me. That's what I was thinking. What I said to him was, oh, I feel for you. I'm really, really sorry this is going on. And, do you think that person meant to say that exactly? And anyway, through just, a couple quick little questions, he calmed down a bit. And I think he began to see what I immediately picked up on, that maybe it wasn't quite in that way, that he had taken it, but because he had this pattern of frustrating situations at his work, that's what his immediate go-to was. That's what his fears and worries jumped him to. They were like the horse with blinders on. And when he reread it, he realized he had read it completely incorrectly. What he thought this person had typed out was not actually what they had. It didn't even say that. But, his fears and worries were helping them in the best way that they knew how, with the tools that were at that point available to him from what was his up to then life experience, his knowledge, his skill set. And, it was a beautiful lesson for him as well. He remarked upon it, a few months after that. There was something else that came up, and he thought, I think he even joked about it, and he said, yeah, hold on, let me reread this. Because he knew from that prior experience that he could have gotten the wrong end of the stick, understandably, very understandably, because there were ongoing issues, and it's not like there had not been any frustrations, but it's just, there wasn't one in that particular instance. So, just another example of things we can very easily and naturally do to make life harder on ourselves than it actually needs to be, and to miss all the beauty and the wondrousness of this world around us, and the fact that there are people out there who are good-hearted, beautiful-hearted people, souls, who genuinely want to help. And, and also that the universe is there for us, and it's listening. My life is a living example. I'm living proof of all of that, and of all these things, and how so much beauty comes from recognizing our own patterns, being able to take a step back, to breathe, and then look again. And in, remembering that there is still so much beauty in this world. There really, really is. Every day. And sometimes we just need to look for it and remind ourselves that it's there. I'm sending each of you so much love. There is an intuitive transformational power hour, which is a little bit similar to, if some of you are on my Facebook profile, you'll have seen there have been a few, or at least two, anyway. There's been some Friday threads that I will continue to do. It's called Friday Fun Day, and things like oracle card readings, tuning into people's energies, um, receiving any messages I can from their spirit team, from their energy, their higher selves, and then sharing with them based upon their questions and what it is that they would like to know. We've done that a few times, and in my in the Facebook group I run, and I'll put the link below this video, we do, whenever I feel guided, intuitive transformational power hours. I'm sensing these are going to become a more regular thing, and I will always seek guidance on when they should be, so look out for those if you'd like to know when and how we're doing those, because on those threads we go deeper, and I'm able to devote more time. We also do it in live time, so I'm there answering your questions. You don't have to wait 24 hours, and you get whatever it is you'd like to know then and there, and it's a beautiful sharing, and we have a lot of fun. And yeah, it would be great to have those of you who would like to join us. So again, I'll put the link to the Facebook group below this video, and that, everything I share in the group is free. There are loads of other, by the way, there are loads of other freebies and things I've created specifically for the group that I know have been really helpful for people. So if you'd like to join us, please do, and I'll be really grateful to see you there. I'm wishing each of you such a beautiful, happy Sunday, and please remember, even in the darkest of times, the dawn is just waiting to appear, and sometimes it's behind the clouds also. I'm sending you so much love. Look for the beauty, everyone. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye.